Now, boys and girls, it's time for this little chat, if you like, with yourselves. It's time specially for you and for you to think about what we're thinking about. And I want to ask you just at the outset, what do you think about all that's happening around us with all these restrictions that we have because of what's called COVID-19? Maybe it's really confusing for you. And in fact, even if it is confusing for you, it's also confusing for the older ones as well. What do you think about not being able to do as much as you used to? You can go to school, yes. And you can play with the friends in your class, but you can't really mix with others. It's really unusual because you can't just go out in the playground and do all the games and the things that you used to do. And you're not allowed to go to all the different places that you used to go to. So far, there's no boys' brigade or girls' brigade. Maybe you go to some other organisations and they haven't started up yet either. And so you have to spend a lot more time at home. Maybe you're getting bored. But it's really important that we obey the rules. You see, we may not understand everything that's happening, and even the people who make the rules maybe don't understand what's happening. But what we're trying to do is to keep safe. This illness called COVID-19, well, for some people, it can make them really sick. Now, for the most people, they just feel a little bit unwell. But for a lot of people, they have become very sick. And so it's important that we try to stop this spreading to other people as much as possible. And it's important for us that we try not to get sick with it. So it's important that we follow the rules. And you know, the Bible tells us that as Christians, we should follow the rules. We should follow God's rules, yes. But the Bible also tells us that we should follow and we should obey those who are in authority. So we need to obey the king or queen, or maybe the president, or whoever's in charge of the country. That also means that we need to obey the government and all the rules and all the laws that they make. It means that we need to obey our teachers in school, and even our parents. And so I want you to think about this. God tells us in the Bible that we must obey him, and he also says that he wants us to obey these people that we've been talking about. The Prime Minister and the Queen, the government. And maybe if you're in a different country, you've got a different queen or a king or a president or whatever. We need to obey God and do all the right things. And that includes the rules about COVID. And while we don't like it, and we would rather do other things, then we have to trust God that what we're doing now is actually for the best, and that it will help us and keep us well for longer. So let's think about that. And we're going to think about it as well in the children's song now. It's called Obey, Obey the Lord.